Hello there guys and girls, this is the Prussian Prince with another ITS Fall of the Samurai tournament match. This is going to be the match between serzh.livanidoff from CW and Achilles from Agony. It's a best of, I believe, best of 5, yeah, it is a best of 5. First two games will be on Hopper Ridge, next two on Saga River if needed. We have a tiebreaker game on Hida Mountains. Should be an interesting match. Again, serzh.livanidoff has a lot of experience of Fall of the Samurai. He should be favored in this matchup as well. Achilles, mostly a Napoleon, Shogun 2, and Rome 2 player. And from those three, I believe he has the most experience in Rome 2 and especially Napoleon. But we'll see how this one is going to go. Definitely should be interesting. But I feel like if serzh.livanidoff is it's like at his top level of play, if he's playing at his very best, I feel like he should be able to take this match. But you cannot count out Achilles. He is a legend, right? So never count him out. And he is actually quite good when it comes to Fall of the Samurai as well. We'll see if he can prove that today, or if serzh.livanidoff will take him down. Because both players seem to be ready, as they said plus in chat. If you guys don't know, plus means ready. So the game has indeed started. I'm gonna go over serzh.livanidoff's build actually, since that is where I spawned. He has what seems to be, I believe, Commander, Gun, General. Then we have some Yarikis on the field for him. The Yariki Vanilla and the Yariki rank 5 here with the revolver cap. As for his left flank, we have two Yarikis, again Vanilla and rank 5 it seems. He does have some revolvers on the field, 2 of them I would suspect. We see some elite infantry too. Just one Royal Marine 150 range here. For his other units, he has 1 Vermilion Bird Force, interestingly enough. He has on his left flank 2 Red Bears, in his center again the Marine. As for his right, a red bear and two red bears and a black bear. Quite interesting that he decided to place the red bear here instead of here. I think he should have put the black bear here, but that's just a little small thing. It shouldn't really make too much of a difference. As for Achilles, I'm gonna go over his build. So he has also a command gun general. I believe then we see revolver cavalry on his right flank with a rank 2 Yariki. Yariki rank 2 over here as well. Again another rank 2 Yariki and probably another rank 2 Yariki. I believe he has 4 Yariki rank 2. I expect so at least. So serzh.livanidoff at this point has the archery dojo. He'll be getting the workshops. Serzh will have a lot of the dojo. So already I'm liking how Serzh is playing this one out. He's playing it quite safe. And I like that he's pushing out to the dojos to secure them. Anyway, for Achilles, we see 2 red bears on his left flank, black tortoise, 2 black tortoise here with the US Marine. I like this because the US Marine does give him a boost in terms of morale. Another black tortoise close by, white bear with the red bear on his right flank. But this is going to be difficult for him because look, archery dojo and workshop are in Achilles' favor. Not in Achilles' favor actually. They are in serzh.livanidoff's favor, whereas Achilles is getting the sword dojo. But in this scenario, archery dojo and workshop are far better than the sword dojo. Especially the archery dojo, it just helps so much because both players have a lot of lines on the field. So naturally, that is going to be the most important part of the army. That is case. Anyway, Achilles is gonna start engaging here. No, he isn't. But ooh, this could be a good engagement for Achilles if he gets this. Actually, no, because this Yariki is rank 5, so the Yariki rank 5 will destroy Achilles' rank 2 Yariki. And Achilles doesn't have enough support here. See, revolver cap is actually coming in here for serzh.livanidoff, but Achilles isn't doing too terribly here. If he routes this revolver and then stops this Yariki, if he somehow manages to do that, he should do alright, but the revolver is now not doing so well. I think, yeah, Achilles lost this flank. So serzh.livanidoff definitely getting the better engagement on Achilles' right flank, that is certain. Now Achilles, however, if his red bear does get some shots off onto all these units, could be good for him. But oh, Achilles mismanaging this black tortoise force. It's gonna get shot a lot by the Royal Marines. And now, oh, this is gonna be bad for Achilles. Very nice cap charge by serzh.livanidoff with the Yariki here, stopping the red bears, doing some damage to them, and now allowing his own red bears to push up. He's also getting Yarikis into the revolvers, but again, revolvers massacre Yarikis head on, so maybe not so good of a move by Serzh. Looks like Achilles might actually try and just rush into melee against the red bears. No, he's not doing that. He's actually just gonna shoot, but I think he should. Oh, nice move here with the revolvers. Actually, no, I don't like this so much because they're gonna get destroyed, and the Yarikis of Serzh will come in from the rear. This is definitely a win here for serzh.livanidoff. Center, nice job here by Achilles though. He's getting a lot of kills on the Royal Marine. That's a good trait for Achilles. However, Achilles' right flank is falling rapidly here. This isn't good for him at all. Ooh, he's losing his white bear here. The black tortoise is taking damage. serzh.livanidoff definitely getting the better engagement on this flank. Very nice use of Yariki. As for the left flank of Achilles, his revolver cap might actually get charged or shot to pieces by Serzh, especially as now he's traversing this rough terrain over here. He might actually get shot. It's very, very close. The revolvers are preparing to fire, but I guess they will not be able to. Oh, the thing is, Achilles is going next to the red line, so he has to turn around and engage now. But he will not get the first shot. Oh, his revolvers are gone off the field. Revolvers of Serzh do get the first volley off. But Achilles actually does get the first volley here with his black tortoise, so that is good for him. But again, the Yariki of Serzh will just annoy the hell out of Achilles. So Serzh will win this engagement here for sure. But this Yariki by Achilles will do lots of work. However, the Yariki rank 5 will kill it, especially the revolver cap. So again, serzh.livanidoff doing quite a good job here, I would say. And now he's gonna start going in with another Yariki charging. It's just vanilla, so sending it in, it's gonna be all right. There is support by Achilles, however, there is this ridge over here, so not so good. Oh, these two units, they are wavering. Imagine, like, if these two units actually routed by that one Yariki, suddenly it would have looked very good for Achilles. But here's the problem for Achilles. At this point, he doesn't really have any cavalry left on the field, whereas Serzh does. He has this one Yariki, which actually, I'm not sure if this is the best choice. He is going to at least be able to allow the white bear to, well, force it to stop, but now his Yariki is off the field. So not looking so great for Achilles, but oh, he's going to get some nice shots off here with his Royal Marines, or rather US Marines into the Royal Marines. Achilles microing nicely here. He might be able to get some shots off on the Royal Marines. This is the hope of Achilles. This is a unit that's really strong, whereas Serzh's unit has taken significant casualties. Now it looks like Achilles will charge downhill into the red bears. I think that's his plan here. And I'm not sure how well it's going to go for him, because he doesn't have... Oh, he still actually controls the sword over, so it might work. Oh, he does get the first shot as well into the red bear. That is important. This white bear also moving up for Achilles. Is it going to go into melee? Looks like it will. But I don't like this choice, actually. Because I believe he should have just went in with the black tortoise maybe instead, but we'll see. It should still rout the unit, and there we go. The unit routed off the field. Serzh, I don't see his cavalry anymore. And I think I was watching... No, there is his cavalry. This is a huge problem for Achilles. Because, let's look at it this way. Oh, Achilles mismanaging this white bear. It's going to be off the field right now for sure. Okay, so let's put it this way. If these two units of serzh.livanidoff were not on the field, I would give the advantage to Achilles, because look at his US Marines. Only lost one man, whereas Serzh's lost a lot. So that's where Achilles has the advantage, but Serzh still has those two Yariki, or rather the Yariki and the revolver. So that's where I would give the advantage to Serzh. Oof. Achilles is in a lot of trouble here, and he's going to end up losing this game, because the black tortoise here, well, both of them are going to be routing off the field. And again, serzh.livanidoff has all the three dojos at this point. Achilles is going to try to decap it, however he's not actually in reach. He's barely not in reach. He's barely not decapping the archery dojos, unfortunately for him. He's gonna move up with red bears over here, but it's not gonna work too well for Achilles. He's gonna get shot to pieces by a black bear with the red bear. It's gonna be a terrible engagement for him, but I guess at this point it doesn't really end up mattering. Oh, he's gonna get shot up, I think. Because there is line of sight. Oh, there's barely any line of sight, but oh well. So yeah, I think that serzh is just going to end up attacking the right flank of Achilles and holding strong over here, because serzh doesn't need to push his right flank at all. It's his left where he has the advantage, and he's definitely pushing that advantage as much as he can. He's not going to have issues whatsoever pushing here. Definitely looking good for Achilles right now. Not for Achilles, but it's looking good for serzh, my bad. I just don't see how Achilles is going to end up pulling this victory. I just don't see it. Like, serzh has these two cavalry units. He has extra lines on the field compared to Achilles. I guess Achilles does have the position, and he does have this marine that's in good situation, but as long as serzh.livanidoff doesn't suicide his Royal Marine or his other lines frontally into this US Marine, he should be alright. It looks like Achilles is going to end up sending this red bear over here. And I mean, at this point, what serzh.livanidoff can do is he doesn't even need to attack any of the dojos, because he has them. Has all three dojos captured. I guess he won't have the sword dojo for long, because Achilles is decapping it, but Achilles won't be decapping it anymore. And 7 minutes are left. Oh, Achilles might actually end up losing his general here, because we see a downhill charge by the Achilles with support of revolver cap. Yeah, Achilles' general is going to end up dying. I don't see it not dying here. He's gonna get caught off and killed. The Achilles downhill charge into Achilles' general, so this should be the death of Achilles' general, I feel. Because the Achilles are faster than the general. Oh, they did some weird things. They're gonna disengage. So they didn't actually go to kill the general, because Achilles had a red bear ready here. Look at this marine. It's trying to do its best, but it's not actually firing, is it? But Achilles might actually be... He does actually have some chances. It's not fully over, but... Oh, this Yariki charge into the flank of this US Marine should seal the deal, actually, if serzh pushes up with his own Royal Marine. That he does. So serzh is going to get some massive volleys onto this US Marine, and that's going to be really good for him. Revolver cap here by serzh, wasted. But it doesn't matter. These three units will be more than enough to deal with the US Marine, even if it's in the forest. Because, I mean, he has three angles that he'll be shooting at the US Marine. And he's gonna get rid of this one black tortoise in melee, because red bears just have... With all these dojos, the red bears just have such superior melee stats. And again, it's going to be game. Achilles charges into the red bear, but again, very nicely played by serzh here. Very solid play. He didn't overextend. I mean, he made some mistakes in the center, but besides that, the play was very nice from serzh. I really liked how he engaged over here. Like, he got a nice engagement, and then even when he could have killed the general of Achilles, he didn't overcommit. He played it very safely. Very, very safely. So it's going to be serzh.livanidoff with a 1-0 lead in this best of 5. And from the beginning it looked like serzh.livanidoff had the advantage. He had some really nice engagements overall. He controlled them quite well. And we will see how the next games go. We might actually be joined by someone else for games 2 and 3, and if there will be more as well. So yeah, let me look at the statistics. see soon enough. Okay, so Achilles definitely killing 777 men. That is a funny number, but unfortunately not a lucky number for him. Deployed more than serzh, but serzh was far more efficient than Achilles. You can see here serzh.livanidoff's Royal Marines, Vermilion. Like, even though serzh made huge mistakes with the Royal Marines in the beginning, because he got them shot by the US Marines and so on, like, that was not very good by serzh. He used them much better later on, and his revolvers as well. Like, the cavalry engagements that serzh took were what won him the game, I feel, because then he was able to snowball the infantry engagement from there. Like, basically Achilles' right flank fell because of that. See, Achilles' Marines got a lot of kills, some revolvers as well, but overall not. It's just the cavalry for Achilles not being able to pull it out. But anyway, that was the game, so I'll see you guys in game 2. This is game 2, the match between Achilles and serzh.livanidoff. And joining me we have Blade Master.
What's up, guys?
Yeah. And hopefully for the rest of the games as well. He's not actually in game, but he'll be providing excellent commentary from outside the game.
Of course.
And hyping up Week of the Wolf.
Yes, definitely.
So it's currently 1-0 for serzh.livanidoff, and sorry, what was your question again, Blade Master?
Well, I mean, speaking as a player who hasn't played a lot of Shogun 2 multiplayer, I was just wondering, you know, since all the armies in Shogun 2 are roughly the same, because it's, you know, all of them are coming from the same faction, do players have a different style? Like, do different players find their own type of style to play?
Well, there's a very standard way of playing. Then there is something called the melee rush that's super insane. You can have melee rushes in Fall of the Samurai as well, but usually they don't work too well.
Yeah, I would think, because I mean, they'd get slaughtered, right? Because it's
sometimes it works though. Like, it's quite risky. Kind of
I would
almost.
Imagine the only way it would work is if you make use of like line of sight or something. Like if you come up a hill, so that they can't shoot you or something.
Yeah, it's difficult. But yeah, there is a super standard way of playing, which then some players apply changes to. Like, normally you see people bring in 150, and then like 150 being like a marine or something generally. Then you may see them bring in. Sometimes they bring a second one. Maybe they bring red bears instead of black bears. It's like 50 cocoa difference. It's very small.
But red bear is like the more efficient one, right? Because of the melee defense. Or...
Yeah, it's cheaper and it's better against, like, in melee. Not so good at shooting, but generally, yeah, it's very nice to bring it, especially on the flanks. Because normally you don't see people charging cavalry in the center. Here, it's not as often. Sometimes happens though. But anyway, the game has started. I'm gonna go over the dojos. We have Archery Dojo, Workshop, and Sword Dojo. So Archery Dojo probably will be heavily contested here. Now for Achilles, we have 2 Yariki on his left flank, both rank 2. No, 1 rank 3, 1 vanilla. Then a revolver cav. As for the rest of his cavalry force, we have a Yariki hidden in the forest, rank 2. Revolver cavalry, vanilla. Another Yariki. This one is also rank 2. And probably we have another revolver somewhere, but yeah, he has 2 revolvers. As for his main line, we have a Royal Marine in the center. It's kind of like Marines, 150 range Marines are like old swords in Rome 2, kind of.
Except like they're amazing in melee, they're amazing in shooting as well.
Yeah, yeah. But if you get like 2 units or 3 units against them, they will die. Even at mid-tiers. But 1v1, they will slaughter anything.
Do people bring veteran Marines?
Yeah.
Is it worth it?
Well, rank 5 at least, because at rank 5 you unlock increased range for them. That is why they have 150 range, because vanilla they have 125 range, and 150 is very important for them. So what does he have? So yeah, again, 2 red bears on his left flank, US Royal Marines supported by 2 black tortoise in the center. And again, I said this last game, but this is a very good idea by Achilles here. because the Royal Marine provides an aura for nearby units, which increases their morale. So essentially, Black Tortoise Force have like 6 morale, which is really low, and since they're in the radius of the Royal Marines, it's gonna be good for them. We also have another Black Tortoise here, and a Red Bear with a White Bear on his right flank. Now, as for serzh.livanidoff, we can see that he has a Red Bear, Vermilion Bird Force, and a Shinsengumi Police Force on his right flank. Normally, you don't see Shinsengumi Police Force, so that's kind of like weird choice he's taken. And another Vermilion Bird Force. This build by Serzh is looking quite weird already. Then he has a Marine, US Marine in the center. As far as left flank, 2 Red Bears. Actually, make that 3 Red Bears. His Yari keys, let's see, rank 5 and vanilla here. General, again, command gun for both of them, I believe. Serzh probably has 2 revolvers hidden somewhere. That's a pretty standard thing. Yari keys, rank 5 here. Looks like Achilles is getting the first shot off onto Serzh's Red Bears here, so that's going to be good for Achilles. But somehow his unit is losing the engagement somehow, despite it having better stats. I think maybe most of the unit isn't actually in range, so only part of it is. But Serzh is pushing forward, so he might get shot, and this may not be good for him. If Achilles' unit does decide to fire. Again, there are some issues with line of sight in this game, some really annoying ones that you have to be careful about. But
it's not Total War if it doesn't have bugs, right?
Essentially, that is case. Anyway, Archery Dojo, Workshop, and Sword Dojo all taken by serzh.livanidoff. So again, he has a huge advantage. It has all 3 dojos. It's going to give him huge boosts to his army. And looks like Achilles tried to pull off a move here on Serzh's right flank, but Serzh replied with this revolver and Yari key. Very well done by Serzh here. So Achilles is going to find it very hard to push into Serzh once again. He's going to try and move his general and 2 Yari key on his right flank. And I'm not sure how well that's going to go for him, because we can see Serzh is already peeling off some Yari keys to deal with that threat from Achilles. May not work too well for Achilles. So again, very nice and solid play by Serzh. He has all 3 dojos, so now all he has to do is just wait, as there's a 9-minute timer that was started by him. And once 9 minutes ran out, basically he is the winner of the game if he holds all
9
3
minutes,
dojos.
huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, it's 10 minutes, but at this point he's been holding it for a minute already. So yeah.
Wait, so if you hold, this is such a noob question, but if you hold all 3 dojos, you can automatically win?
Yeah, after 10 minutes.
Wow. But yeah, 10 minutes is super long in Shogun 2,
Yeah.
isn't it?
It is.
The revolver cavalry is kind of interesting. I mean, you always seem to say that, you know, revolver cavalry almost seems like a given, like every army brings
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
But with the way like skirmish AI works in Shogun 2, like how much I've experienced it, isn't it like always a risk?
If you know how to use it, not really. Like, the best way to use it is to protect your lines from Yari keys. Because if you have revolver cav behind your lines, and then Yari keys charge into your lines, the revolver cav from behind will devastate the Yari key in like 1 or 2 quick volleys. So it will make.
Well, then why not just bring some cheap, like, you know, Black Tortoise Force instead and keep them behind your Red Bears?
Well, there are several reasons. The first one is that in tournaments, the amount of lines is generally limited, so you can't really bring more lines. Then the other reason is that they aren't as mobile, and they have like, they can't kill as quickly as the revolver, because the revolver has like, can shoot very, 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 very quickly. Those are some of the reasons, but already we have some engagements here. Achilles actually maybe having a good engagement here if he gets a 2-on-1 line situation. He gets a nice charge into this Red Bear though with his Yari key. Now he will support with another Yari key, so this one could go well for Achilles if he gets the proper support here. But Achilles is losing the center engagement. US Marines destroying his Royal Marines. 50 kills, oh actually 38 kills on the US Marines. Romanians getting 19 on the Royal Marines of Achilles. Achilles here is not looking so good again. And he got his Yarikis into this red bear unit, but the red bear unit killed the half a Yariki already. It's looking horrible for Achilles again, I think. And now he's gonna start engaging here. Charge the Yariki here into the rear of this red bear. That's good for Achilles, and he's also supporting with his general. That's nice. But this is just going to be so difficult for Achilles to win here. Nice job here with the revolver against Serzh's revolver. He's getting a good trade off here, but I mean, Achilles is going to end up losing a lot of his units, and he is calling GG. So,
I fear your general is in mortal peril, sir.
Yeah, serzh.livanidoff again. It's gonna be having a 2-0 lead in this series.
So this is a best of 5?
Yeah, it is a best of 5. Yeah, not looking good for Achilles at all. And he also called GG, so I hope he concedes, because he called GG. There we go, he concedes. Like, I remember it was Diplomat versus Maximus. That Rome 2 final. The Milk and Cookie Stole War tournament. So Diplomat called GG and then he played it out. But he didn't win. But he still played it out. It's like, it was gonna be weird.
That happens sometimes.
I think that if you call GG, you might as well concede defeat.
Yep.
So,
but I mean, the way morale works in Rome 2 sometimes is just so weird.
Yeah. In chat, Clayton is saying, Serzh, go! Kill everyone! So let's see. serzh.livanidoff, killing more, not losing as much. Can definitely see the experience shown here, because Serzh knows how to take engagements. He's been playing this game for more than 2 years, whereas Achilles doesn't have as much experience. Like, I didn't even know Serzh was still in the scene until very recently. Because I don't think he ever made the switch to Rome 2. I don't think he ever... Yeah, I'm not sure if he ever played it.
Wow.
So,
hardcore FotS game.
So, let's see unit statistics. Revolver Cavalry for Serzh again. US Marines. So yeah, this time around Serzh brought the strange build, I would say. Like, 2 Vermilions, the Shinsengumi. I don't understand this build by Serzh. I guess he's afraid of cavalry or something. I don't know why, because those guys have a lot better melee stats than... But they're not really efficient.
The Shinsengumi are basically anti-cavalry, right?
Yeah, they're very nice for that role. Yeah, just very, very strange. I would have expected more red bears, or... He actually has 4 red bears, and it's max 4 of the same. So I guess that's why he didn't bring more red bears. Could have brought white bears or black bears though, I guess, but he didn't. So that is game 2. Match point for Serzh right now. See you guys in the next game. This is game 3. Now finally we have switched map. It is now Saga River. See, we have the Shrine, Archery Dojo, and Farmhouse. Some really, really good dojos on this map. All 3 of them will be really important. Both players. But I really don't see... I mean, it's gonna be hard for Achilles to make a comeback. Possible. Very unlikely, though. See if he's gonna actually try and go for something ballsy like a melee rush or not. Don't really... Yeah, I don't really see him winning with line compositions. And Fenson says the same. He said that he would go cheap line plus melee approach, which might be what Achilles needs, but here's the deal. I honestly don't know how Achilles can beat him, because sure, you're like, I don't think he practiced with line plus melee. And as for full on line spam, that would work very well, but you can't bring more than 10 line infantry in this tournament, I think. Maybe higher quality lines or something? Possibly. But looks like his standard game is just isn't up to snuff, up to the level of Serzh's overall. So a melee rush, I feel like it won't really work too well against Serzh either. I'm not sure what would work, honestly. Well, I know what would work for revolver cav, but it's max 2 missile cavalry. Or again, as Oleg said, full line spam, but it's max 10 lines, so that is not a possibility. And yeah, Saga River is not so easy to pull off with full infantry spam. That is correct. So the game hasn't actually started yet. Still waiting for both players to ready here. Gonna look at this boundary over here. So yellow. Looks like both players are ready. Achilles took a bit more time. I guess he really thought about it. And the game has indeed started. I'm gonna go over the build of serzh.livanidoff. He went for command gun general. 2 Yariki vanilla, I would like to say, and 2 Yariki rank 5. No, 3 Yariki vanilla. Don't make that 4 Yariki vanilla. Wow, he didn't bring the same composition as before at all. Then we have 150 range black bear infantry, supported by a red bear and a vermilion bird force in the center. Royal Marines 150 range. Tosa Rifleman 175 range. Wow, that is a crazy move by Serzh. Then we see Shinsengumi Police Force and 2 Red Bears. So this build by Serzh, I would say it's not really as stable as its previous 2, especially because he has Tosa Rifleman in this build, which with proper flanking Achilles will be able to deal with it. Now the build of Achilles, I'm gonna go over it. He has a revolver cav over here with the white bear infantry. Again, his right flank, 2 more white bears. Actually make this 3 white bears. Wow, with a US Marine in 150 range and a spear levy supporting. Again, commander gun general. As far as left flank, Yariki with the revolver cav. Let's see how many red bears here. He has 4 red bears on his left flank. This flank is strong in melee and a spear levy. So definitely this time around, Achilles will not be able to get the shrine, but he should be able to contest the archery dojo, and he for certain will have the farmhouse. So finally he will be able to have some opportunity to pull it off against Serzh. So Achilles will just have to cross over here and force and not engage serzh.livanidoff's 175 Tosa. That will be important. He has to stay out of range of the 175 Tosa, otherwise the Tosa will slaughter him. And look at Achilles, he's capturing the archer dojo, he's taking his time. This is exactly what he needs to do in order to win the game right now, but it's not going to be easy, of course. Like, he's going to have to start flanking around. Toast Rifleman for Serzh is getting pulled back. I suppose he's afraid of potential unit over here that could snipe the Tosa or get like a massive shot on it. And there is a 150 here by Achilles. You see that Serzh actually does have the ability to, well, he still has the shrine, but he lost the farmhouse and the archery dojo, which will be big. This means that Achilles has an advantage in the shootout, and not only that, but he can also position his units much quicker than Serzh. So This is quite big, and this is exactly what Achilles needed here. Sure, Serzh's units are tougher. They will survive for longer because of the shrine. But Achilles should be able to use this advantage to grant him victory. Serzh is pushing up the Tosas over here, so Achilles needs to make sure that he doesn't get shot at by the Tosas. And, oh, he's already getting shot. And the Red Bear taking so much damage for Achilles. Now he's pushing up this Red Bear, but serzh.livanidoff might be able to get volley off. No, he will not. So again, Serzh starting to make use of his Tosa. No men lost, but killed 20. And considering there's archery dojo on the field, Serzh is going to be alright with pushing the 175 Tosa to its full potential. So he's going to push back the Tosa Rifleman because he's scared of Achilles pushing forward. And now he's going to try and shoot at this Red Bear once again. He's going to get probably around 20 more kills again if he gets a full volley. Achilles is going to pull back, but again, getting more and more kills on Achilles. Achilles, he has to push. He just has to push. Like this way, this side, there's no way he can attack here. He has to stay stationary here while he pushes this flank. And the thing about Serzh is that he doesn't have revolver cav. Not this time around. Because his line contingent is so expensive. And Achilles might try and get like some shots off onto this Red Bear, but... or with this Red Bear. But is he in range? I don't think he is. No. So Serzh was trying to decap the archery dojo, but he was unable to do that. Serzh also getting some shots off onto the spear levy with Tosas. So right now though, Serzh is going to have to pull back. Nicely done here with the Tosa. He's going to pull it back behind the river. This is going to be a really good position for him. So pulling back behind the river, this is good for Serzh. He probably should pull back here too. Because if he retreats all the way over here without really taking casualties, he's going to be alright. But he's not retreating, so I feel like this engagement might not be so good for Serzh. Sure, he got the first shot. There's going to be extra lines here available for Achilles that can fire onto this Red Bear. So it's a 2-on-1 situation, exactly what Achilles needs here. And shots are being also wasted onto the spear levy. Well, he does need to kill the spear levy anyway, Serzh that is. So good that he got rid of it early. Because if it made it to his lines, it would have been really bad. And this unit is actually going to end up dying, but it's going to kill this Red Bear in return. And Achilles can take these trades. Like, if he loses a Red Bear for one Red Bear, this is good for Achilles because overall, like, his lines are, he has more cavalry and stuff. And Serzh can't really... Oh, but this isn't a good trade for Achilles, actually. He's going to go into the Red Bear. He actually stops it. Now he's going to pull back, but he might lose his Yarki. Oh, he's going to go in for another charge in. This is actually very good by Achilles. Because he did stop this unit from firing. And there aren't Red Bears for Serzh. If there were Red Bears, these Yarkis would already be gone. So this is good by Achilles, but the Tosa is starting to rack up the kills, and it's going to destroy this Red Bear. Oh, the Red Bear pushing up too much. It's just going to die here. Oh, there's no way it's going to be able to push up. But Achilles isn't pushing up. He's being far too indecisive here. There we go. He's going to push up. He knows that Serzh doesn't have units here. There are 3 Yarikis. And Serzh is going to continue trying to take the engagements here. Oh, Achilles is going to try and go with the revolvers to shoot. This is the Tosa. This is a huge gamble by Achilles. He's actually charging the Tosa in melee, and he's going to get some shots off, but at the end of the day, this is going to be a huge gamble, which isn't going to end up working for Achilles. This is a massive mistake by Achilles. Unless he kills the 2 Yariki, then it's not so bad, but it's still... He needed the revolver cav. The Yariki survived for Serzh. The trade was horrible for Achilles, once again, because he didn't get... If he got the 2 Yarikis, it would have been alright, but he didn't. And now he's firing into the forest. Tosa Rifleman second line for Serzh on the field, and they're actually doing weird things. That is very odd. And now Serzh getting some excellent shots off into the White Bear. This might allow Achilles to move up though and shoot this unit. Look, the Yarikis crushing Achilles' flank here. These units are totally out of position by Achilles. They have no support. Red Bear going to be off the field. Same with this one. This one is going to die too. All these units are routing, and already Achilles' left flank crumbled. All these units are going to be off the field. It's looking once again very good for serzh. He's got all these Yari keys available. The revolvers get some excellent shots off. This might be different, but looks like they will get charged and be off the field.
Your general is under attack.
Achilles might go for a maneuver here, but it's not going to end up working. He used too many units on this side. He didn't need his cavalry here because he was the one who should start the engagement. And I mean, he started the engagement without having his cavalry there. I feel like if he had all his cavalry here, it would have gone much better for Achilles, because there was no need to keep 2 cavalry units against serzh's vanilla hierarchy, whereas Achilles has hierarchy and the revolver cav here. Like, that was no need for Achilles to do, but at this point you can see serzh is going to continue going on to the next unit with his hierarchies. These 2 here will destroy this one red bear. Oh, this white bear getting destroyed by a toaster rifleman as well. The toaster rifleman has actually paid for itself for serzh.livanidoff, because it got rid of the spear levy, did some well needed damage on bear infantry, and now serzh has a huge range advantage. Still has more cav than, actually no, he has an equal cav count to Achilles. In fact, Achilles still has a cav advantage because he has this one hierarchy at full strength and the revolver. But I still don't see Achilles winning this. Currently, serzh is now retaking the archery dojo, and he will uncap the farmhouse too. And somehow Achilles will have to push in once again, with serzh having all 3 dojos. So again, super safe, super nice play by serzh.livanidoff here. He has done very, very well so far. So, yeah, quite the advantage for serzh. Really nice defense here. Just looking at the chat, but looks like Achilles is doing the right thing, because he can definitely push these 2 Yariki off the farmhouse, at least until this Shinsengumi police force comes. But really, he'll only be delaying the thing. Delaying this Shinsengumi police force. Oh, this might not work very well for Achilles. Oh, he's gonna get shot by the Shinsengumi. If he gets shot, this revolver might be in huge trouble. Oh, this white bear getting destroyed by Tosa's revolver, getting shot here by the Shinsengumi. Ouch. Yarki's lost here, and Achilles did actually break those 2 Yarikis, but I mean, oh, we still had a 3rd Yariki for serzh. I forgot about that. US Marines getting some shots off into the Vermilion, but they didn't get rid of the... Look, serzh has 2 150s, the Royal Marines and the Black Bear 150. And now he's getting shots off onto Achilles' Royal Marine with all these 3 units, huge concentrated firepower on that the US Marine. Achilles pushing the spear levy forward. He will probably try to go for another attack, but really serzh.livanidoff just has too big of an advantage. He charged, he got rid of this Ryarki and the revolver as well. There was some huge mismicro done there by Achilles. He should have gone for the Shinsengumi, but he allowed the Shinsengumi to shoot his revolvers. Now Achilles will end up losing his role with his United States Marines. Just looking worse and worse for Achilles by the moment. Oh, and now 2-on-1 situation here. Achilles' white bear will get destroyed by these 2 units. He's got a good position with this one, but I mean, this... Just look at this white bear, already gonna be off the field. Achilles' general trying to go in, rallying, and he will go into melee against the red bear, but... yeah. serzh.livanidoff calling GG at this point. Achilles not giving up quite yet, but soon enough we'll see GG from him as well. Achilles calling GG, so it looks like serzh.livanidoff is going to take the victory 3-0. This game, well, again, pretty decisive by serzh.
The enemy general is dead.
So serzh.livanidoff is going to end up advancing to the next round with a 3-0 victory over Achilles. Very good play here by Serzh. And very, very strange, but maybe efficient composition as well. Like, he's changed a lot with like Tosas and Shinsengumis. Like, normally you don't see those being used. Welcome back, and Serzh 130.
Oh shit!
Yeah, again, super decisive. Let's see. 1200 kills against 685. And then let's see, serzh.livanidoff, 286 kills on Tosas, 258 kills on Royal Marines. Shinsengumi is getting 138 kills. A lot of Serzh's units basically doing very well. As for Achilles, I can hardly say any of them doing too well. Hello Achilles, and I'm just about to end the recording here, so hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+, share the video, and I'll see you next time.